Boy, I swear it never ends. When I had the truck up at the dealer for that check engine light and service throttle body issue, I asked them to rotate the tires. Well, he called me up a day or two later and said that the key broke because whoever put the tires on over-tightened them. Tires are about 10,000 miles old, and I worked at a dealer for a lot of years. You don't use an impact gun to put on the locking lug nuts. You just don't. So apparently whoever did these tires did, and now I find myself in the situation where I need to get these off in case I wind up with a flat. But more importantly, I really want to get them rotated. So I tried the old bang the socket over it and blah blah blah, and this idiot just, man, I can't believe he didn't break the key just tightening them down. They're so damn tight. So aggravated. So at this point, it's time to weld a nut onto the end of the key, or I'm sorry, the lock, and hopefully a combination of that and the heat will allow me to get them off. I've got the breaker bar with the right size socket, so while it's still hot I can try and spin it off. I have just this little Century welder. It's a 110 unit. I'm going to run it off the generator, so there's as much power as I can get. But I still can't even believe I have to do this. I took a piece of roofing shingle, wrapped it in tape, put it around the rim, as much of it as I could get, so that I could use a magnet to hold the nut in place. Hopefully I don't damage the rim. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to weld this at the angle that I'm going to be at, right on the ground, so to speak. Typically, if I was in a shop, I'd do this on the lift so it was at eye level. But I'm not going to record the welding portion, but we'll be back after I get this nut welded on. Hopefully I get it welded on. The two metals aren't so mismatched that I can't weld it. Then I'll be furious because it's going to be a nightmare to get this off. Last resort, guys. Let's hope it works. Finally got it off. Actually, I got both of them off. And I wound up having to weld a nut onto the end of this and then drive a socket over it, because I tried to weld in the hole of the nut, but it wasn't enough to hold. It was so darn tight. I don't understand. So yeah, I had to weld around the perimeter and then drive a socket over it, but I was able to get it off. And I did scorch the rim. And I'm so ticked off over this that you can't even believe it. You know, I'm so careful not to rub curbs or anything else. The rims are 50,000 miles on this truck. The rims are perfect until now. And because of somebody's ignorance, this is what I'm left with. So now I'm going to be hunting Craigslist for some perfect replacement rim. The front rim did not get damaged. Not at all. That one wasn't as tight as this back one. So I need one rim, and then I'll use this as a spare and get rid of that steel rim that came with the truck. But my God, does this upset me. So anyway, the tip of the day, do not use impact to tighten down your locking lug nuts. Tighten them down with a torque wrench. I'm not really sure what the torque specs are, but whoever the clown was that did this apparently was having a bad day, or didn't care, or just didn't have a clue. So needless to say, I'll never be going back there again unless it's to bitch about what they did to me. So anyway, I just thought that I would share my rant with you guys, and enjoy your Saturday. Take care, y'all. Talk soon.